In spite of it all, I'm still standing. Never stay down when me fall. I'm still standing. In spite of it all, I'm still standing. Yeah. Yo, this one is for you. Yeah. To the rough and the tough times, to the storms and no sunshine, it's because of the Most High. I'm still standing, yeah. To the rough and the tough times, to the storms and no sunshine, it's because of the Most High. I'm still standing, yeah. So push it up, push it up, push it up. You're still standing, oh. Push it up, push it up. You're still standing, oh. Push it up, you're still standing, oh. Push it up, yeah. Still standing. Long time it should have been where the dead man go, but you preserve me like red mango. But me no fear when me move and me step and go. Me feel like David, not Beckham though. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. To him I'm so precious, him stay with me constant. So when me thought it was over, and when me thought it was gone, that's when Jehovah, him do step in with the action. To the rough and the tough times, to the storms and the sunshine, it's because...
Hi there, Daniel Francis, author of The Millennial Mind and The Millennial Experience. I'm just here to say how proud I am of Shanice Musgrave. Make It Count, 21 Days of Motivation for Caribbean Students is an excellent book. I've known her for such a long time, so I'm not surprised that she's doing something so ambitious and something so amazing. Not only that, but also so useful to students, because she's always given off that teacher vibe. As someone who's read the book, and I've also done the forward for the book, I know that this book is invaluable to students, especially those who are having a hard time. She uses her experience, those 21 days, kind of skipping past different aspects of her life to just pinpoint things that are very relatable, experiences that you as a student are probably going through. If you feel like this is resonating with you, you definitely need to grab a copy of this book. And I must say, I was very impressed when I read through it. All the best on the launch. I hope that you sell 1,000 or more copies, because I honestly believe that this is a book that every Caribbean person, especially if you're a student, you need to read this book. Right, all the best in your launch.
Good evening and welcome to this moment in history. I am Mel Kajo, and it's an honor to host this virtual book launch of Making It Count. Yeah, you want to remember that. That's the name of the book. We're going to be talking extensively about Making It Count. It's 21 Days of Motivation for Caribbean Students. Now, it's by a young, pioneering, industrious, and extremely motivated daughter of the Caribbean soil, representing the red, white, and black. The 868. Welcome, the Trinidad and Tobago born first-time author, Shanice WorldChanger Musgrave. Shanice, how are you doing?
Good evening. I am doing fine. I'm excited.
Yes. Listen, congratulations on your first book. And what a way to start by motivating others. That's just an awesome thing in itself. So congratulations, I expect. I'm going to say it before the end. I'm not going to leave it till the end. We expect much more.
Thank you.
Much more is expected of you. Maybe that's the phrasing I should use. So whom much is
right.
All right, let me, next thing you sow in a seed or something here. Now, Shanice, before we continue with this virtual book launch, we want to get to know you a bit before we chat about the book. For those who may not know you, I've been privileged, and this is an honor, by the way, this opportunity that you've given to me to host your book launch. I feel I'm beyond the moon right now. I'm just, ecstatic and happy for you as well. I've known you for some years, and you're always, in simple terms, forward moving. You've never been stagnant. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. You embrace change, and you allow that to drive your process and to take you further and further. And I mean, this is just the beginning of great things to come. Yeah, so congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, all right, Shani, so let's get to know you a bit. So, before the author came about, before all of this, tell us about some of your favorite childhood memories.
Playing superhero with my brother and cousins. Those were the days, of Power Rangers and Gargoyles for those looking on that, is in this age group to remember the 90s babies. So those were some of my favorite childhood memories. The innocence of just running outside and, pretending you have a cape or wings. And
But was Wonder Woman like one of your go-to superheroes?
No, actually, Trini, the yellow Power Ranger.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah,
wow.
we actually loved we were obsessed with Power Rangers. So, that was a big part of our superhero sort of, games.
I'm speechless with the yellow Power Ranger, but let's continue. What does your ideal vacation look like, Shanice?
My ideal vacation, let's just name a few things. Hotel on the beach, pools, shopping, facilities, great seafood, adventure with some sightseeing, just to name a few.
Now, I want to go back a bit, and it couldn't be something that was growing up as a child. It can be something that's present. What would you say would have been your favorite gift received thus far?
That's actually quite a dangerous question, but in the context even, of this evening, I would say one of my favorite gifts was a medical doctor play set that I got from my uncle when I was 8.
And that leads us to, what are you doing in Barbados right now?
All right. Well, I am in Barbados because I'm currently studying medicine at the UWI Cave Hill here.
Let's go to your writing a bit, Shanice. What is that? What was that process like? Now, I don't want us to talk too much about the book as yet. We just, getting to know you. In terms of writing, would you say literature would have been your thing in school? Were you good at essay writing? Give us a bit of backstory with that.
Literature, definitely not. Essay writing, not so much. It's only between 4th form and 5th form, I would say, that strength in writing improved after, going to a particular tutor. She was really great, and she helped me to understand how to shape my narrative, how to shape my story. So that's where the writing improved.
Right, beautiful. And as we're talking writing, would you have a go-to book or one of your favorite authors? Do you have anyone that you can think of at the top of your mind?
Definitely John Maxwell. Love his books on leadership. One of my favorites from him is the 360-degree leader. And Mrs. Manning, if she sees this, would be very happy to know that that's one of your favorite authors, because I think it's one of hers as well. So now, Shanice, we're getting to know you, and we're enjoying this virtual launch. Before we go into the next segment, we got some music coming up, and I found this. There's a beautiful quote that I just thought tied in so nicely to everything that you are doing personally, and obviously what you would have shared in your book, Making It Count. It's a beautiful piece. It's a poem from a book actually written by Marianne Williamson. And it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? And Shanice, you're all of those, all right? You're definitely all of those. Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You're playing small, or you're playing small. Let me phrase it that way. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the very same. As we are liberated from our own fear,
fair. I'm saying that again because we're going to get to that a bit with your book. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others, and that's what you're doing, Shanice. That's why I had to read this piece. This inspiring poem is taken from Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. All right, so guys, don't go anywhere. It's the virtual book launch, Making It Count. Shanice WorldChanger Musgrave, she's with us. It's the virtual book launch of Making It Count, 21 Days of Motivation for Caribbean Students. And I'm chatting with the author herself, Shanice WorldChanger Musgrave. Shanice, I love that you have World Changer. Talk to us about that a bit before we move further.
All right, well, World Changer is my name. It's truly a God-given name. And, so many people marvel sometimes, you think sometimes you have a name from childhood, but this is a God-given name. I was 18, true story, woke up from, at the time, what I would consider a dream. And I literally heard a voice, and then having a relationship with God, no, I knew it was God speaking. And the voice said to me, God's voice said, I've called you World Changer, and that's your name. And from ever since 18 years old, I started to tell my close friends, and everybody basically, adopted the name. So that is where that name comes from. And now I have really held on to my name so that people know, hey, this is World Changer speaking.
You haven't just held on to your name, you're living up to your name. And that is a beautiful thing. You can blush, it's all right. You can feel free. Definitely. And of course, for those who know you, again, I emphasize they would know this. And I mean, the world is just about your experience via your book and everything else that is to come from you. Now, we're going to get into the book, Making It Count, 21 Days of Motivation for Caribbean Students. And I want to read for you a powerful introduction, guys, pages 12 and 13. So I'm reading page 12 is the introduction. It says, I'd like to start off by saying your accolades don't determine whether you'll be successful or not. Success is directly related to your ability to overcome your struggles. This statement of empowerment is for those of you who lack that cheerleader in their corner, egging them on. To those who feel alone in their journey through the world of education, I've decided to be bold enough to open up about my own academic journey to help you see that there are others willing to put themselves on the line for you. This book, therefore, is my gift to you. Yes, you. Her words, all right? Now, my story isn't laden with accolades weighing my neck down. It's about breaking the chains of every struggle I have encountered academically to arrive where I am today. So don't expect any ribbon cutting. I'm sharing with you just 21 days of my life from my primary or elementary school days to the end of high school, sixth form. Now, these accounts demonstrate how similar we are in our battle through to the gates of success with endurance and perseverance. Over these 21 days, I also want to debunk the myth that society or mainstream schooling often project onto you, causing you to think that there is only one path through schooling to specific careers, that the road to success bears only smiles. On the contrary, the greatest men to walk this earth struggled daily to achieve their ultimate goals and endured hardship. Overcoming that hardship is what made them and their achievements great. I hope these 21 days shake your foundation. I hope these 21 days add fuel to your intentions and depth to your learning experience. Most of all, I hope these 21 days give you perspective concerning the unique journey you're faced to this point. Wow. Wow. I think you just spoke to so many people at different parts of society.
It's always a journey, and sometimes when people meet you at one point in the journey, at a point, that overcoming point, it seems as if, well, you have not struggled or you have not gone through anything before. But how about when you met me, when I was in that place of struggle and really trying to get up and and keep pressing on. I'm even staying motivated to press on. So at this point, yes, you have heard I'm in medical school, but I'm 31. I'm not the always regular medical student who is much younger, right? So this has truly been a journey, and I really wanted to share my academic. I call it my academic roller coaster. All right, so that is what that is what I wanted to be able to share. That our pathways may not always be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Shanice, is it okay if I share the title of each day? I don't want to say chapter, but each day of the book.
Sure. Of course. Of
Sure.
course. Of
So
course.
it starts off with day 1, blind side. Go get the book. Day 2, making misfit a great fit. Go get the book, people. Obstacles or fuel. Day 4, words have power. Day 5, fight or flight. Day 6, set yourself apart. Day 7, find your safety net. Day 8, determination breeds success. Day 9, let's get. You got to break that one for me because I feel as though it's more than what the eye meets. I see you broke up psychological. She broke the word up. So
Go get the book. Like, no, I'm not giving away that part. That one there, yes.
Go get the book. Day 10, find your balance. Day 11, find faith within. Day 12, learn to navigate the deep. Day 13, make encounters count. Day 14, the value of tough love. Woo! Day 15, bingo. Day 16, prepare for opportunity. Day 17, forge your own path to success. Day 18, the purpose of giving back. And that's so important. Go get the book. Day 19, opportunity without effort. Day 20, play the waiting game. Day 21, breakthrough. Wow. Shanice, you gotta share with us at least one of your favorite takeaways from the actual book itself.
Well, every day is a different story. Every day, it's so powerful. I have so many favorites, but this one I really wanted to share. I feel like, somebody listening, several persons listening, would really be able to identify with this. I know you'll be able to identify with so many days, but this one is what I want to share with us this evening, and that's day 17. So day 17 is forge your own path to success. Mm-hmm. My first choice was to attend UWI Mona for medical school, but somehow, as I awaited acceptance, my application disappeared. My UWI St. Augustine application was also lost. Strange, right? While my friends and classmates were jetting off to Jamaica or headed to UWI, Trinidad, and other institutions, I was stuck. My name didn't show up in any system. Even contacts and connections dried up along the way as I worked to try to sort out this mess. I had to consider my other options for a later date. Meanwhile, I worked through the government's on-the-job training program for a year and 2 months while my plans were delayed before leaving to study in New York. In that period, I examined my US options, but the 5 to 6 trials of my SAT score was only good enough for a partial scholarship. I became depressed because I thought I was not good enough academically to make it anywhere. Clearly, no institution wanted me or wanted to offer me a full ride, and my parents couldn't find that kind of expense out of pockets. And, just to share a bit, in every chapter after I share my story, there's that part about that's called food for thought. Mm-hmm. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So often we see ourselves as losers because we didn't finish first. I know some of you may not get the grades you need to get into the program of your choice on your first try. Don't allow a setback to make you feel any less of a person. Some of the greatest figures in the world history finished last at some point. Think Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, and Maya Angelou. The latter became a lecturer at Wake Forest University even without a college education. When your journey is not the norm, your endurance is rigorously tested. The mainstream tells us there's one general path for those seeking academic and ultimately lifetime success. Those who want to study medicine, for example, may think the only option is to head straight to med school. I had friends who didn't get in on their first try, so they completed their first degree and then went on to medical school 3 or 4 years later after completing sixth form. For me, my journey began 11 years later, yet I'm currently on the way.
Ooh, I think we need to add a sound effect here. Wow. What a story. What words of encouragement. Shanice, what inspired you or encouraged you or gave you that bold step to say, let me be the voice of motivation or the published voice of motivation and encouragement?
Well, after a while, consistently, engaging with young people, with high school students, tutoring, this story, constantly, in my lessons classroom, students most times would come, demotivated. And, after a while, sharing that, they would always say, Miss, but we get so much motivation when we come to your class and we're actually not being motivated at school. And, I would often give them little snippets of my story, just as I just read in my chapter. And, after a while, I realized, okay, just this demographic of students, they are just receiving, snippets of my story. But there's a wider, population out there. There's so many more that, require this type of empowerment. So I thought it was time to take the risk. Because, when you're telling your story and you're really being raw and truthful, you can be a bit fearful at times. But, I just felt that, it's time that somebody tells that narrative, that somebody is able to empower students to say, look, even though I'm a couple years older now, I remember being in your shoes. I'm not going to deny it, and I'm not going to take away anything from the story. I'm going to let you that, I'm going to let you know that every time I empower you and every time, I share some form of motivation with you, I'm speaking from a place of true experience.
And listen,
and that's my motivation.
True experience, it reaches. True experience reaches, because so many can identify to your experience. And when I say so many, I come across people every day. I myself can identify to this experience. So Shanice, listen, what a great way for you to start off into the world of authors. I love that it's a motivational book. I love that it's encouraging any age group, actually.
Yes.
I think it specifically speaks to a young generation. I think it speaks to all generations that your journey isn't over. You continue, you can carry on, you can do more, you can find motivation in the smallest things, in the simplest things. And sometimes, the book itself, as I'll use your word, eggs.
Yes.
Encourages you and pushes you. And congratulations again on such an awesome book. Talking about the book, Shanice, where and when, give us the details to actually get this copy.
All right. Well, as we speak right now, the book is available on Amazon. You can get the book as a Kindle if you're into, just ebooks. You can purchase the book as a Kindle right now. And you can also purchase the book as paperback as well on Amazon. And soon, for my friends and family in TNT, if you're not so much into the Kindle, and the Amazon might take a little while to get in terms of shipping, the book will be available print in Trinidad in the next 2 weeks. So you can also pre-order.
You had 2 forwards on your book.
Yes, I did. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yes, my first forward is Mr. Daniel Francis, the author of The Millennial Mind, and soon to be in the next 2 days, The Millennial Experience, a friend of mine. And second forward is also a friend who is an educator, Miss Delisha Guy.
All right, beautiful. Well, we are going to be chatting with Miss Delisha Guy in a short, making it count, the book launch, Shanice WorldChanger Musgrave. She's with us.
Haymaker. A forceful blow thrown in a swinging arc, leveling maximum impact on the receiver. Knees buckle. Wobble to seizure. Sense of perception distorted. Your head seems next to your feet. A standing 8 count is on the cards. January, February, March, as the time blurs in the mass of trauma triggered from the shots fired by a trying ear, you signal to your corner to seek the towel and toss in, forgetting that the fact that you made it to a standing 8 count is because you're still standing. Here's the standing up, even when the winds of sickness fill their cup, pouring out death and inquisition as to who is up in the beyond. You beat your crick's drum, wipe your eyes because you're still around. Here's the standing up, when friends turn right to ignite things you thought sacred. You unravel the knots in your heart, stripped off your sackcloth and bore yourself naked because sunrise met your eyes and you realize that in spite of all that, you still made it. Here's the standing up, when borders close and your heart ached in homesickness, longing for the red, white doubles and beaches. Your will never was caught breaching the realms of self. You soaked yourself in hope, refused to be dealt a losing hand. Here's the standing, when damned by your own devils, quarantined by yourself, facing your own troubles, layer by layer of self-exfoliated. You committed to extinguishing stifling fires and exterminating burning desires. You became a better you, and the fact that you're still standing should motivate you to move into the new year, taking each bruise as your new gear, which have already bore the testament of your journey to crucifixion. It's like each month was a station of the cross. Here's to those who helped you bear your burdens, knowing that after the crucifixion, there's an awesome resurgence. By now we know the details of the uncertain. No promise of brighter days, but there's capacity for searching for the fighter within. Honestly, deciding how best to win in the face of the vast bleak. Here's the stand-in to the storm. Let 2021 headlines read. I am here, armed, willed, and ready.
Shanice mentioned 2 founders for her book, and with us we have a beautiful lady, educator as well, Delisha Guy. Miss Delisha Guy, welcome to the virtual book launch of Making It Count.
Thank you for having me.
I know you've known Shanice for some years, and I just want to get your quote from your write-up, and you said, "This is not just a book, but a treasure chest of jewels." Wow. Wow. Now, give us a bit of background. You are an educator, which is beautiful. Would you recommend it? What have you seen in the book that you would say to others, hey, today go out and just purchase?
You know, from Miss Shanice, what you see from her is what she actually is. Mm-hmm. You know, looking back at my experiences, most persons wouldn't know this, but Shanice actually was an educator of mine. So having, read, this interesting book, I could say that students would be impacted. And, I know that it's not just words that she would have compiled, but it's more than words, because it is her life story. Seeing her and knowing her by her experiences, I know that students will be blessed. Why I said it is a treasure chest of, jewels and gems, is because it's more than just, words, but experiences. It is her life story, and their devotionals, and their, inspirational quotes. And students need that kind of encouragement, especially in this exam season.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to ask you, as an educator, how important is it for students to have that motivation?
As an educator, students will complain, about not feeling motivated, especially in this crunch time of examinations. So having a book like this at this time is so important, so that they could actually feel propelled and pushed to excellence. So I know that this book would take it home for them.
Earlier on, we were mentioning that the book, it's not just even for the teenage or the what we would call the younger generation, but it's a book that so once you're motivated to learn, or to move forward, or to just be more, it's something that you can invest in. Would you agree with such a thing?
I agree totally. Looking at it from an educator's point of view, teaching from primary all the way up to secondary, and even some higher level students, you will see that this book could actually push students at any level, because Miss Shanice would have captured her experiences from secondary level all the way up. So I know that this has something for everybody.
Right, beautiful, man. Well, feel free to give her your congratulations publicly. We definitely welcome it.
I'm so proud of your accomplishments. I know the hard work that you would have put into this major, as I said, treasure chest. Is not a book, people. It's a treasure chest. And I know that more and the best is yet to come. So again, congratulations. I'm so proud.
Yes, so thank you so much, Delisha Guy, for being a part, and for the forward, and for your kind words and your encouragement as well throughout Shanice's path. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome.
Hello, daughter. Congratulations on your first book. You have now opened the door for the second book. Well done. You are a go-getter. You are a world changer. You are fulfilling purpose. Congratulations.
I am indeed a proud mother this evening. Shanice, congratulations on this achievement, on the publishing of your first book. On behalf of myself, your brothers, your grandmother, your aunties, and your great uncle and cousins from this side of the family, we wish you all God's blessings. Continue to soar like the eagle that you are. Stay connected to Jesus so that He takes you to deeper depths and higher heights in Him. God richly bless you. We love you.
Hi, Shanice. Many congratulations to you as you launch your book entitled Making It Count. I am delighted that you are overcoming the many difficulties of life. As a young person, you could have given up when faced with many negative challenges. However, I highly commend you for choosing to persevere and to pursue after your dreams. Today, your life truly stands out as a living testimony of what it means to endure and overcome when the odds are against you. Continue to inspire, empower others to make a difference and achieve their full potential in life. God bless you.
Congratulations, Shanice. I am so proud of you. I know that this book is going to reach thousands of students across the Caribbean and that they will be encouraged by your testimony of strength and resilience. So congratulations again. I know that this is just the beginning for you and I can't wait to see what you release next. So congrats again.
World Changer at it again. Congratulations on new book, Shanice. Upwards ever upwards. Continue doing your thing and leaving the legacy for us. Thank you.
Shanice WorldChanger. Her name says it all. I've seen her grow from strength to strength. I've seen her grow through her challenges to become world changer. And this book is just another step in that process. Shanice, congratulations. I'm so proud of you and on all of your achievements, and I know that this book is going to be a guiding light, a tool for students. Once again, congrats and all the best.
Congratulations, Shanice, on your book launch. It's pretty awesome to see that you're doing what you love doing. Firstly, I would like to thank God for blessing you with all of your talents and abilities to accomplish this goal. Today's youths are tomorrow's leaders. They all have their own talents, their own abilities, but they require guidance and a little bit of motivation. And your book is the catalyst that does this.
Congratulations, Shanice, on the release of your very first book. I know that this book is something that God would have ordained for you to write, and because of your obedience, students across the Caribbean, whether it be at whatever level, will be blessed by this offering. So I thank you so much again for releasing it, and I know that students gonna testify of the goodness of this book. So be blessed and be encouraged. Know that God is pleased, and I'm so proud of you again. Congrats.
Hi there, Daniel Francis, author of The Millennial Mind and The Millennial Experience. I'm just here to say how proud I am of Shanice Musgrave. Make It Count, 21 Days of Motivation for Caribbean Students is an excellent book. I've known her for such a long time, so I'm not surprised that she's doing something so ambitious and something so amazing. Not only that, but also so useful to students, because she's always given off that teacher vibe.
Musgrave. This is the UWI Cave Guild President, Thatcher Loughton. I just want to take a moment to congratulate you on your newest achievement, your book, Making It Count. I know this book will be a very inspiring and motivational book for Caribbean students. I can't wait to grab my signed copy.
Hey Shanice, huge congrats on your book, Making It Count. Anyone who knows you give 110% in everything you do. So I know this book is going to be amazing, it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to give it a read.
A lot to be grateful for, always, putting God first. For me, that is a big thing. And so I want to thank God, for giving me the grace, and the opportunity to be able to share and empower, to be able to write my story. I want to, thank my parents for their support, truly being a great support system, and my fiance for always literally being, behind me, like, what about the book? What's next? So not a day, I was able to lapse. I want to thank my brothers for always believing in me. My friends, there are so many of you who have been encouraging me throughout this process and throughout this journey, my brothers and sisters in Christ. If I were to call names, I don't want to get in trouble. And, anybody, in whatever way you would have shaped or played a part in my journey, my teachers, principals, whoever. But I want to make special mention as well to the team on this process in getting the book ready, as I am a self-published author. I had some assistance, really, really tremendous, from my friend Chriselle for formatting, the editor-in-chief, I would say, my cousin, Mr. Kern de Freitas, the cover design from the talented Mr. Bertrand John from Heaven Designs, and of course, I cannot forget my dear friend and sister and host, Mel Kojo for, making this possible tonight.
Wow, you have me blushing now on this end. And it's definitely been an honor to be here, Shanice. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I want to say special thanks as well to our spoken word artist, Darren Sandy, and singer Vanessa Briggs. And to each and everyone viewing this virtual launch, be sure to get your copy of Making It Count today. All the information, you can find it in the links at the bottom, whether you're viewing via Facebook or via YouTube. Shanice, congratulations again. Thank you for this opportunity. It's the virtual launch. Well, it's the end of the virtual launch. Making It Count, the book written by the lady to the, what is that, my left? You're right, the right of your screen. Shanice WorldChanger Musgrave. Malkajo saying thank you again and be safe.
Never stay down when me fall. I'm still standing. In spite of it all, I'm still standing. Yo, this one is for you. Yeah. To the rough and the tough times, to the storms and the sunshine. It's the gods of the Most High. I'm still standing. Yeah. To the rough and the tough times, to the storms and the sunshine. It's the gods of the Most High. I'm still standing. Yeah. Push it up, push it up, push it up. You're still standing, you're still standing.